Student, first read carefully the problem. A single phase transformer has the turn ratio 1:2 and is connected purely resistive load as shown in here. The magnetizing component current is 1 ampere and the secondary current is 1 ampere. Core and loss and leakage reactance are neglected. Then what should be the primary current? Now first I draw a simple phasor diagram. Phi is taken here reference. As you know that the magnetizing component current always in phase with the flux, that is Im. Here the value of Im is 1 ampere. As the purely resistive load connected here, the secondary current in phase with the voltage. Okay, this secondary current must be counteract with the compensating current I1 dash. Okay, that is the compensating current. Now the phasor sum of I1 dash and In gives the total primary current I1. Total primary current I1. Okay. So compensating MMF I1 dash N1 equal to secondary MMF I2 into I1 dash, that is compensating current is I2 into N2 by N1, that is I2 here 1 ampere, 1 into N2 by N1, that is 2 by 1, that is compensating current here 2 ampere. Okay. Now from this figure we simply write that the primary current I1 is equal to I1 dash square plus Im square, that is 2 square plus magnetizing component current is 1, that is 1 square, that is root 5. The value is 2.236 amp or 2.24 amps. So the primary at now draw 2.24 amps. Next question. The following figure shown that the connection of ideal transformer with primary to secondary turn ratio 1:100. 1:100. The applied primary voltage is 100 volt RMS. Okay, 50 Hz AC. The RMS value of current I is in ampere is the RMS value, that is I here. The value of I have to determine here. Now if 80 ohm in secondary transfer to the primary, suppose transfer to the primary, that means refer to primary. So the value of 80 ohm when we referring to the value in primary, that should be 80 kilo ohm into 1000 into N1 by N2 whole square. Okay, so 80 into 1000 into 1 by 100 whole square. Okay, very simple. So the value is 8 ohm when 80 ohm resistance referred to the primary. Similarly, when the XC value referred to the primary, that is 40 into 1000 N1 by into whole square, that is 40 40 into 1000 into 1 by 100 square, that is 4 ohm. Now in primary the burden is actually 100 volt source is connected. This is the XL, that is 10 ohm. Okay, now resistance, that is 8 ohm, and the reactance, that is 4 ohm. So the primary current I is nothing but, or should be the impedance here, the impedance value is root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So that is 8 square plus 10 minus 4 whole square. Okay. That should be equal to 10 ohm. So current value here I equal to 100 by 10, that is 10 ampere. So actually primary draw 10 ampere current from the supply. Next question, an ideal transformer has 3 winding. Primary winding has 100 turns, secondary winding has 160 turn, and tertiary winding has 60 turn. Okay, winding, that is secondary winding, fed to 10 ampere to a resistive load. Okay, resistive load, where a pure capacitive load across the tertiary winding, pure capacitive load across the tertiary winding, that is T, takes 20 ampere current. Okay, calculate the primary current and its power factor in case magnetizing current is neglected. So we have to calculate the primary current here. Now the phasor diagram, first I draw the phasor diagram. Flux is the reference, as a secondary side load is resistive load, taking the F2 in phase with E2, and again the tertiary winding connected a purely capacitive load, so it lag 90 degree from the E3 as it is capacitive load, must be lead. Okay, must be lead from E2 at an angle 90 degree. Okay, so F3 actually in phase with phi. Okay, now combination of F2 and F3 give the resultant MMF F23. So this resultant MMF, that for the due to the resistive and the capacitive load in secondary winding and tertiary winding respectively. So a current that draw from the primary must be phase opposition of F23, that is F1, and I1 is in phase with F1. Okay, so that the resultant of F2 and 3 gives F23, and F23 is just phase opposition of F1, and I1 is in phase with F1. Suppose EMF induced in secondary and the tertiary winding is E2 and E3. Okay, now the secondary MMF, that is F2, is nothing but I2 into, that is I2 here 10 and into 160, so that 160080. It is in phase with E2 as the load is resistive. Okay. Now for tertiary winding, MMF is suppose F3, so it is I3 into N3. Okay, that is 20 into 60, that is 1280. Now F3 must lead E3 by 90 degree. Okay, so this is suppose your E3, must lead E3 by 90 degree, as it is capacitive load. So that the resultant MMF F23 is root over of 1600 square plus 1200 square, that is 2080. Again, we know that the transformer primary MMF must balance the load MMF. Here load MMF is F23, so F1 is equal to F23, that is 2080. So the current in primary, that is I1, is 2000 divided by primary number of turn, that is 100. So 20 ampere current in primary. The I1 value is 20 ampere. Now what is the power factor? This is the theta angle. Okay, so cos of theta, that is power factor in primary side, that should be cos of theta. From this figure we simply write that cos of theta is nothing but F2 dash by F1, so that is 1600 divided by 2000, so that should be 0.8 leading. Okay, so primary current is 20 ampere and power factor is 0.8 leading. So next video I solve another some important problems. Thank you.